Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 7th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. And in your first position for just your current general energies, you have this card that says, Risk. Success will find you. The odds are in your favor. Love it. You have this justice. You have the Justice card. And it says, make sure to be honest and ethical in money matters. Something in your life needs to be brought into alignment. So there you go. But it's funny that you get the Justice card. Every single air sign has had something about taking a risk. So clearly, you air signs, it's time to take some sort of risk. We'll definitely look into it. It seems to be, it seems to be like some sort of air sign energy that's, collecting at this time. You have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Hangman. The Hangman would tell me that it could be a risk of something that you have gained enlightenment on. The Hangman, he puts himself in Hangman mode so that he can be successful, but he kind of has gained enlightenment, and it's time to make a move. It's time for him to get off the pole here, this pole that he's on. He's actually hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom, and so it's like he's gained everything he needs to know about something, but he's kind of like staying stuck because we have this Nine of Swords here. And sorry, actually, I'll show you in just a second. But the Nine of Swords, to me, it's the worst card in the tarot, personally. I don't even think the tarot is this bad, but, the Nine of Swords is a round-around situation. It's like staying stuck on a hamster wheel, basically, staying stuck in a position. The Nine of Swords kind of says, number one, you have to get out of your head, but number two, you have to end some sort of cycle. My problem with the Nine of Swords is that it can represent being in a position in life where you want to make a change, but your position is not painful enough for you to make a change. There's an old story that I love telling that Les Brown tells about, a guy who has a dog on his porch that's always howling and moaning and all this other stuff. And then finally, the neighbor comes and asks the guy, like, why is your dog moaning and yelling all the time? And the guy's like, oh, he's laying on a nail. And he says, why didn't he move? And he says, because it's not painful enough yet. And that is the Nine of Swords. It's like something is painful, but not painful enough to make a change. And so I think that a lot of times we could cut these situations out of our life where, we kind of are in competition here, or we want to say something to a person and we don't, and we could probably end a situation much sooner, or we could probably close a cycle much sooner if we would just speak up or share our mind or make it a change. And again, you have the Four of Cups. Something isn't delivering is what I'm hearing here. It could be a job, a relationship, a business, could be anything. But I feel like this is saying, like, don't settle for a situation where you're not getting something that you want, And it's not about, like, don't settle. Like, some people say don't settle, and I'm like, well, you're clearly not settling. But, that's not what we're talking about here. It's a little bit different. I feel like this is saying that you need to get something out of a situation. It's basically saying don't keep yourself stuck in a situation just because you have it, whatever it is. You have the Hangman. It's like you've already been enlightened to the situation. Again, if you are, dating a person and they go out every night and they don't spend any time with you and you have said this to them, then it's time to make a change, right? It's like sometimes I think we delay the inevitable and ignore the obvious, right? And that's like the type of energy that I get here. And trust me, I'm guilty of this. This is not like, I'm not calling you out here or anything. I've done this a million times in my life. We all have. So, I kind of feel this is saying you could cut to the chase, cut something out, and that would bring you into alignment. But again, when we are in a situation that's far less than perfect, that is not even close to perfect, then the universe is like, well, they're settling for nothing, so they're going to get nothing. And I feel like this is saying, like, don't settle. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, it's time to start looking for something else. The Page of Swords is a card of curiosity, needing to follow your curiosity, needing to move towards things that you are curious about. With the Four of Cups, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, only you can change your situation is what I'm getting here. The Temperance card is about turning one thing into another. It's a card of alchemy. So I do feel that whatever your situation is, maybe it's not that bad, but, I feel this is saying you have the power to turn it around. You have the power to turn it into something that'll be much better. With the Hangman, you have the Three of Cups, celebration coming in for you. This right here is kind of funny because, Three of Cups to the Five of Wands. This is like conflict and competition with the Five of Wands, but you also have the Three of Cups to the Five of Wands here. This could say that you are looking at things the wrong way. You might be thinking about starting a business, or you might be working together with certain people, and you might see them as competition, but maybe really they are there to help you. So, don't be afraid to ask for help or to work with the competition or whatever. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this card that says halfway there. The wheel is turning. Follow the flow of events. You have this September card. It says intuition is guiding light. Let playfulness carry you forward. 3 of Cups is needing to be more playful, needing to enjoy yourself more and not be too serious. So I feel for a lot of you, this is encouraging you to do things that you enjoy, spend time with people you enjoy, make things less serious just in general, especially with that 5 of Wands as well. I also, by the way, I do kind of feel that going in this direction, that, if you are feeling a conflict with a person, like let's say you're in a relationship with a person, I do feel that communication could solve the problem. So again, I'm not saying you have to break up with a person, right? You could be dealing with a person, there's some sort of conflict, and I feel like this is saying put it out in the open, communicate about it like an adult, and then you will solve the problem very quickly. So that's what I feel this right here is kind of saying, especially if you're having some sort of problem, like don't let it become more and more painful, right? But this could be in like work or business or whatever. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands encourages you to go on an adventure. Funny enough, I call the 5 of Wands Indiana Jones. To me, the 5 of Wands kind of represents going on some sort of crazy adventure to find some treasure. So I feel for a lot of you that there could be a lot of treasure that you need to look for or you are looking for in life. And with the 5 of Wands there as well. But I feel like you need to kind of like get going here. I feel that, again, if you've never seen the Indiana Jones movies, it's about a guy who's running through some crazy temples to find treasure. And I feel that where there could be some risk that you're taking here that could lead to treasure. And sorry, I'm choking now, of course. But if you take the risk, you will be successful. Sorry about that. So anyway, I had to get water. But what I would say here is I feel this is saying go on the adventure of, go on some sort of adventure, like try something new or, step into the unknown here in your life. And sorry, I just dropped like half the deck. So let's see where this is going. With the 3 of Cups, you have the Lovers here. Yeah, it definitely could be love coming in for you. Of course, you have the 7 of Pentacles. Like, is the juice worth the squeeze? I feel like I always ask you that question. So, I feel for some of you, this Queen of Swords, she's looking at the 5 of Cups here. And you have the Temperance card over here. So there's really a need for you to kind of look on the bright side instead of focusing on what you don't have. I feel like you need to focus on what you do have. The 5 of Cups here is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So, it will be good. It's going to be good no matter what. It does kind of say you are looking on the bright side when it shows up in the good stuff. But with that Queen of Swords, I feel like you really need to do that. The Lovers could also represent a new path opening up for you. And you have this card that says rebirth is assured. The Lovers isn't necessarily a rebirth, but it could be you being at a crossroads in life where you have like a decision to make, and making the decision is what's going to lead to the rebirth. With the 5 of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups here. This is like some sort of knight in shining armor coming into your life here. So I do feel that there could be a knight in shining armor coming in for you, clearly in love. Could be any sign. Fire, water stand out to me. But, again, take it how it resonates. Could be any sign. And I feel like there will be communication with this person here with the 8 of Wands. The 3 of Cups twice and the 8 of Wands would tell me that you could be meeting this person through socializing. So obviously, if you want love, you're going to have to get out of the house. You're going to have to go meet people. But, I would say that these cards always are a clue to me of social opportunity. Your friends invite you out, go. Yeah, your friends invite you to a party, go. That's probably how you will meet a person here with these cards. If you want love. If you don't want love, great. chrisscatfood.com coming soon. Knight of Wands. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Justice card. You showing up, basically twice. This is not like the Justice card, but it's funny that it says Justice. And then you have the Justice card here. So there's clearly some balance and some good things coming in for you with the Justice card. I also feel that justice, I always say that, I believe we live in a time where justice is the answer to the rest of our lives. It is critically important that we pay attention to equal give and take more than ever has been in history. We really, with the astrology for the rest of our lives until you're dead, I promise you that we need to make sure that we are putting energy into something and that we're getting something out of it, that there's equal give and take. If we enter into any imbalanced situations, it's just not going to work, plain and simple. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have 3 cards. You have this card that says, believe in yourself and your ability to carry out your dreams. You will be blessed with more than you ever could imagine. And you also have this card, don't fear a blank canvas. You use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. Damn. really, really good stuff there, Libra. I believe that we're in a time of a blank canvas. It's just weird to me. Like, I just notice things from reading to reading to reading, but like Six of Swords comes up all the time, which is literally starting from a blank canvas. You don't have the Six of Swords here, but this is kind of reminding me of that energy. So, I feel like you're off to a good start. You have the Empress, the Queen of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. The Empress could say that you're very attractive at this time. So if you want love, again, I would get out there. I feel like you could be attracting someone into your life. I also feel you could be attracting a lot of abundance into your life as well. You have the Eight of Pentacles. So, I feel you could just be increasing your earnings, making more money, all that other good stuff with the Empress card. You have the Queen of Swords. I do feel like this is you. I feel like you're clear on what you want because, again, she finally has her hand out. She's like focusing on the Five of Cups here. This tells me that Five of Cups showing up in the good stuff, it really tells me that you are in a position of gratitude. The solution to the Five of Cups when it shows up in a tarot reading is to be grateful for what you have. When he's grateful, he gets these two cups, and then he gets the bridge and the castle. But it's showing up in the good stuff, which tells me that you are being grateful for what you do have, and I feel like that is leading to a turnaround. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success and good things coming in for you. I also do feel if you want love, there's communication coming in, clearly. The Page of Swords says someone could have their eye on you, or you could have your eye on a person, right? Take it how it resonates. And this to me would say that there's going to be communication coming in for you from this person. I really do feel it's social. I didn't even pay attention to the Five of Wands. Five of Wands can be conflict and competition, so there could be competition for this person. But I also look at the Five of Wands as a card of socializing. To me, the people on the Five of Wands, they are learning how to fight. They are basically training how to fight. They're using sticks. They're not using swords. And so it's really a card of like educating yourself. And so I feel like you are educating yourself or something like that is going on here. Let's see. With the Empress, you have the Hierophant. Yes, a lot of learning going on here is what I would say. I feel like you have been learning. I feel like you're sitting in your power. The Empress is able to create abundance, and all she has to do is like wave that. She just only has to wave that scepter that she has in her hand, right, to create abundance. So that's kind of what I feel is going on here, is that the Hierophant is the bridge between the heavens and the earth. He, communicates with both sides. It's like saying to me that you could have this dream to turn your life into a masterpiece, as that card says, and all you have to do is, what did the other card say? It said, you will be blessed more than you could imagine if you believe in yourself and your ability to carry out your dreams. So it's like everything is lined up, but you just have to believe in yourself and put in some effort. And I feel there's a lot of success here. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Four Cups here. Didn't you have the Four Cups? Yes, over here. So right here. This to me reminds me of a repeating story that, kind of like the Nine of Swords. Whenever you have the Four Cups, he has those three cups in front of him. The other cup is reaching out. So it's like he's had three similar experiences to whatever he's trying to manifest. And here's another one. but you're so focused on the disappointments, right? Which we actually see right here, these three cups, that you're not seeing how abundant a new situation coming in for you could be. So don't be afraid to like turn around and look at a new opportunity coming in for you, or that is available to you. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Damn, love it. Definitely could be a very abundant opportunity coming in for you. Ten of Pentacles also just says educate yourself. Like, look at it as education. You might be meeting a person, for example, and maybe you're not sure what you want to do, or you're not sure if you want to open yourself up. Yeah, I'd say like educate yourself about the person. Just, go on a date, see how it goes, or take the time to learn about the person or whatever. You don't have to like fall in love with them right away, right? And, just see how things go. I'm kind of getting that energy here. Ten of Pentacles is hidden or secret information. Normally on the Ten of Pentacles, there's an old man on the card. There's two ways to read the Ten of Pentacles. The normal way to read it is that it represents inheritance, because the old man is like the patriarch of the family. The other way is that the old man actually represents a beggar. He represents someone who has nothing to give, but he is giving something to the family that is on the card. He is bringing them an opportunity. And I feel in even though, so again, it represents getting something from someone who has nothing to give, but really it's not like a person, right? It can just represent information coming from an unlikely source. But also, to me, it can represent not seeing things, not seeing a gift until later. It's like meeting a person where maybe you're like, I'm not sure about this person. Maybe you're attracted to them, but you're not sure how it's going to go. But maybe it's just a type of person who doesn't open up all the way right away. Maybe it's a person who doesn't just freaking verbally vomit their love bombing BS all over you. And maybe that's what you're used to. So maybe it seems weird and you're just like, this person, they're not like treating me like other people. So it feels weird, but it's actually because they're like healthy or something like that, right? So it's like sometimes I think we can date a bunch of people. We get used to that where people are like, I love you, blah, 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 just spitting all this stuff at you. And so when you meet someone who doesn't do that, you're like, what kind of BS is this guy on? What kind of game are they playing? But really, they're not playing a game. That's just the thing, is that, they're kind of like hidden, in a good way. So, again, take your time, learn about a situation. Same thing with anything financial. Again, some of you, I feel, what you need to realize is that we are in a time of iteration. If you're working on anything, guess what? If you're working on any projects, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but it's going to go through some rebirths, right? If you're working on a project, writing a book, I don't care if you're watercoloring in a coloring book in your house, right? Who the hell cares what you're creating? It's probably going to start as one thing and turn into something else. And really, it's just the energy. It's the sign of the times. It's the energy that we're in. And you have that moth spirit, which says surrender now. So I think the quicker you can surrender to creativity, and by creativity I mean iteration, the ability to take something and turn it into something else. The faster you can do that, the better. It's like I heard an interesting story the other day, right? And this is what I mean by iteration, where it's like a guy was talking about how the Native Americans, they had invented the pottery wheel. And and then the wheel itself, the wheel that we use on our cars and stuff like that, but that could have been used for carts. Wasn't invented till much later after the pottery wheel. So for like thousands of years, they were using a pottery wheel, which is, goes this way, and they didn't think to just turn it on its side so that they could pull a cart or something like that, right? And so that's what I mean by iteration. It's like sometimes I think we don't realize what we have. 10 of Pentacles until we start screwing around with stuff. Most good inventions are a mistake. Super glue was a mistake. Chocolate chip cookies were a mistake, right? So it's like, the list goes on and on, by the way. There are many other inventions that were a mistake. I'm pretty sure Velcro was a mistake. I don't know, there's like a million of them. So, just Google it. But what I would say is, I think this is saying this whole entire reading, there is this overarching energy that is saying you need to be more playful. You need to, make some mistakes and get messy and see how things maybe transform over time. And I feel if you do that, I know I'm speaking very generally here, by the way, Libra, but I really feel there, again, I don't know what all of you do, obviously. It's not a personal reading. And, but again, I feel like you need to be more playful with the things that you work on, because you might discover the wheel, right? You might discover a better use for something. You have the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles is a card of success and putting in the work. So I feel for a lot of you that you're seeing just results. I always look at the 8 of Pentacles as material success on the horizon, meaning you've been putting work into something and now you're getting the result. You have the 5 of Cups. Again, we talked about gratitude with the 5 of Cups. It is showing up in the good stuff. So I feel it is saying you are being grateful for what you have, and because of that, you're getting the results you desire. And then you have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is a card of change and direction. Is the juice worth the squeeze? You always get this, Libra, every single reading that I do for you. So there you go. With the 8 of Pentacles, you have the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles holding on too tightly to something, needing to let it go. Didn't you have the 4 of Pentacles already in here? I swear you had it. Am I making that up? Yes, I'm totally making that up. But, I do feel you could be letting go of the past, really showing up in the good stuff. So, these 2 cards plus the Empress would tell me that you could be stabilizing your finances or discovering better ways to use your finances. With the 5 of Cups, you have the Tower. Again, obviously showing up in the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. The Tower could say that you've avoided a Tower moment. I really feel this is talking about a transformation, though. The Tower can just be a light bulb moment. So I would pay attention to those light bulb moments of how you could transform a pottery wheel into a wheel that you put onto a cart or something like that, right? It's that type of moment that could be happening for you here. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. Yes, making your life more simple. There, I will tell you what. There is definitely something in the readings about simplification. Every single reading I've done for like the past 2 months, there's been at least one message, and literally every single one, that is like, hey, you can make your life a lot easier. And so again, I don't think life is meant to be easy, but it's like, are you overcomplicating things? I don't know. I would just think about it. You have this whale. It says, great worry over nothing. This is going to be the killer over the next 20 years, I feel. I feel that a lot of people will worry about things like the economy, whatever's going on in the news, the aliens that are probably going to land any day now. Mark my words. I promise you, if aliens are going to land, it's going to happen, I'd say end of 2025, and beginning of 2026, somewhere around there, right? They're already here. But what I'm saying is there's going to be a lot of distractions, and there's going to be a lot of people screaming and yelling that, like, how dare you not worry about every little issue? Those people are going to look like neurotic messes. If you just focus on what's in front of you, focus on what you can control, then you will see opportunities. Think about it. If you're focusing on chaos, you're just focusing on all this right here instead of just being focused on one thing and making things happen in your life, right? That's what I preach, because I think it's a very powerful, transformative time where if you focus and don't worry about all these little things that are going on that probably are just BS in the first place, then you'll be very successful. You have this quill. It says, get back to basics. Yes. Like, are you kidding? Where did I say this? I said something about simple, didn't I? and there you go. So I was talking about something else as well, about simplifying. There you go. You can't make this stuff up. You have this tree card. It says affairs with your family. Yeah, I feel this is good. If you want to spend time with family or anything, it would be a good time for that. You have this flag. It says don't be tempted to lower your standards. We kind of talked about standards a little in a certain way in this reading, I believe. But again, where I was saying, like, I think I did say standards. I don't know. I'm just so you know, people keep asking me, are you sad? Are you tired? Are you sick? None of those things, except I'm tired. I changed my daily routine. I started waking up really early. So I'm only on day 3 of this new daily routine. So, kind of like a little bit of a lack of sleep and, stuff like that. But it will get better, I promise. Again, you have to warm up to these things, right? So I'm losing my mind a little bit. But again, I think, don't lower your standards. You have this wishbone. It says, a wish granted. So definitely make a wish at this time. But I love where this reading is going for you, Libra. A lot of good stuff. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.